आज हमारे बीच मुख्य अतिथि के रूप में उपस्थित हैं श्री साजी केवी जी, जो वर्तमान में नाबार्ड के चेयरमैन हैं। सर कृषि और ग्रामीण विकास के क्षेत्र में अपने दूरदर्शी नेतृत्व और निरंतर समर्पित सेवाएं दे रहे हैं। मैं सर से अनुरोध करूंगी कि वे कृपया मंच पर आएं और अपने प्रेरक विचारों एवं अनुभव से हम सभी को लाभान्वित करें। कृपया सभी तालियों की गड़गड़ाहट के साथ सर का स्वागत करें।
सभी को मेरा सादर नमस्कार। Respected Param Pujya Acharya Balakrishna ji, I'm seeing a lot of scientists over here, an array of vice chancellors, experts in agriculture sciences, those who are practitioners. Then there are representatives from Patanjali Research Foundation, University of Patanjali, the students, distinguished colleagues from agriculture universities, researchers, industries, practitioners, dear farmers and friends, ladies and gentlemen. This is my first visit to Patanjali Ashram. Of course, every Indian will be knowing about Patanjali and its products and all, but for me it was an eye-opener, visiting various facilities, and it was my privilege that it was guided by Acharya Balakrishna ji himself. He was taking pains to explain what all things have been done in the field, in various fields, and also in the revival of ancient Indian thoughts, Indian research, Indian science. It's very important that we need to look at our past so that we can have a lot of encouragements. Indian ancient science was in fact very developed, but then over a period, because of various reasons, including lack of documentation, our own issues, internal issues and such other things, we lost touch of that. But then it is good that the Patanjali University is taking some steps in reviving that. It's very important that to understand where we are going, we must first uncover where we came from. And that's what the importance of ancient Indian science. And understanding that scientific legacy not only honors our past, but it lights a map for our future. So it's not that we have to understand the past, but then we have to go forward with pride that we are at the right path. And it's of course my privilege to join you for the inauguration of the National Conference Vasudhara. And I thank the organizers for convening this gathering across science, policy, practice, and farming communities. And I think there is a hope that we can turn knowledge to action, and which touches the people's lives. That's what the Patanjali actions we are seeing for the past, say, more than 20 years. And I appreciate the Research Foundation, the Patanjali Research Foundation, under the leadership of Acharya Balakrishna ji, for creating a national platform that connects soil biologists, agri-experts, Ayurveda scientists, farmers, and institutions like NABARD towards one mission, that is restoring soil health through science-driven natural farming systems. For your information, I am also a trained soil scientist. I am a postgraduate in soil science from Kerala Agricultural University. So the past, the whatever is being discussed here, of course, I have left that science long back, but then I'm now in the other side of practicing and even helping people to adopt those scientific practices. And soil, as we understand, is not non-living. It is a living creature, and it is a foundation for our future. And the theme of this conference itself will echo the ancient Indian wisdom that soil is a living entity. It's not just a natural resource. Prithvi Madach Pudeshu. That is, the earth is the mother of all living beings. Acharya himself was telling about that. If we want to solve our health problems, we have to solve the problems of the Mother Earth. And our scriptures reminds us that. And the soil, of course, nurtures life. It sustains biodiversity. It supports food and health systems. Without diversity, I think we will not have much future. The monoculture and such other things we practiced as a stopgap arrangement for finding solutions to our food systems, I think that need to be now rechecked reinvent it in a way that it is becoming sustainable and also taking care of the health of the soil. We are seeing the overexploitation of the soil in terms of water, in terms of adding fertilizers and such other things are destroying the very life of the soil. So we need to now see how we can bring back the virility of the soil by practicing those systems which are sustainable. On a long run, we have seen that crop yields have reduced. The productivity, if you see that the productivity of many of the crops in India is almost 30% lesser than the world's average itself. There is a lot of headroom to be there. And the area under production, because of the climate-related events, is decreasing. So if you want to improve our food security, or if you want to realize the vision of the government of India under Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, that we should become the food security provider to the world, I think productivity needs to be improved in a sustainable manner, not in the manner which we have practiced in the past. For that, the scale of challenges are huge. As per the ICR reports, nearly 120 million hectares are degraded in several states. Soil organic carbon has fallen below 0.5%. Organic carbon is a very essential thing for sustainability. Excessive nitrogen use, even Ajay ji was also mentioning that, and insufficient in organic manure has weakened soil microbial life. Soil is a living entity because of the microbes there, and we need to nourish those microbes well. And these, whatever I have told, are not just statistics. They represent the lives of millions of farmers who are facing declining yield. We all know India is a fastest growing economy in the world. In fact, it is the fastest among the major economies. But in this journey of economic growth, we need to take all sections of the society together. And the farmers, the rural people, they constitute the major, around 55 to 60% of the Indian population are still rural. So if they have to get the benefits of economic growth, I think we need to have differential activities, and that is what the Union government under the Honorable Prime Minister is doing. They want equity in development, and there was a mention of cooperatives here. The cooperatives, which are almost more than 100 years old, because cooperatives predates independence, and the system of cooperatives came into being as a response to some sort of a challenge, the famines which are there, which as a response to those distress, cooperatives came into being. And then over a period, because of various reasons, including governance and such other things, they couldn't sustain. And then newer entities came in, like commercial entities. But then cooperatives, they are member-driven organizations, and the major fact is that whatever welfare they are generating will be recycled there. It is not that the profit will be taken out of that place, unlike in a private entity which is coming, whatever profit are there will be taken out from that area. That means the welfare is drained out of that area, and then the newer type of activities need to come in. So in the cooperatives, what we have to do is that we, since it is a member driven and welfare is there, so we need to sustain them by various policy measures and various other activities, and that is what Government of India is doing through cooperatives. We are now in the process of reviving cooperatives, and NABARD is in the forefront of that. We are thankful to Government of India that NABARD has been given major role in reviving the cooperatives, and within the cooperatives, a lot of activities are being focused on. Not only on agriculture, other than agriculture, because for livelihood of the people, the agriculture alone may not be able to meet the needs of the rural people. In fact, in India, more than enough people are in agriculture. That we need to reduce that. In the production agriculture, that is the crop production and such other activities, they need to be transformed into producers plus processors, and push them up the value chain, so that the consumer price, the share of the producers in the consumer price can be increased, and that way more welfare can remain within the rural people. And that is where we need to, NABARD-like institutions need to associate with various entities, including Patanjali University, for realizing the dream of the Honorable Prime Minister in ensuring equity in growth in the country. This conference, the Swasthara conference, I think directly supports national priorities. Natural farming is one of the important things, regenerative agriculture, soil rejuvenation. These are the very important things which Government of India also enlists as national priorities. And cultivating botanicals and medicinal plants give a unique opportunity to show how ecological sustainability and economic potential can grow hand in hand. And their need for soil testing, which we have already seen in the Datika doctor, the machine which have been put just now, I have seen that. I have heard about this around 2 weeks back. There was a letter from the Government of India regarding the need for popularizing such testing equipments through cooperatives, and we will be engaging with Patanjali University in doing that. Then recycling of bioresources is very essential to safeguard the purity and therapeutic value of botanical produce. So testing plus resource recycling, that itself will improve the therapeutical value of botanical produce. And we have to invest in soil health. And once we invest in soil health, I think we are investing in the credibility and future of India's herbal and pharmaceutical economy. NABARD, in this whatever I have explained, we have almost 3 decades of our experience. In 1990s, NABARD supported over, we have started the watershed program, which is essentially a regenerative agriculture program. Right now, close to around 4,000 such watersheds have been covered and we have covered around 27 lakh hectares. And close to around 2,500 crores have been invested in this activity. And this has proven that community-led soil and water conservation can regenerate degraded soils, restore groundwater, and enhance farm productivity. And we have presented these findings to Government of India, and as a result, it has been escalated as a national level program. And there are various examples to prove that the soil health improvement practice which we have done through watershed program, how it improved the average income of the people. In fact, there are experiences in Maharashtra, for example, that incomes doubled. That itself shows that without any external inputs in terms of assistance, we can double the income of farmers. And right now, we have evolved, we have actually restructured this watershed program into landscape-based, regenerative, resilient, rain-fed, ecosystem-based development program. And this integrates all these soil conservation measures, soil testing measures, biodiversity restorations, livelihood, and into a single landscape. And it's, right now I've already told about monocropping and its disadvantages. We now encourage polycropping, bioengineering, water budgeting, and such other things. And we are also partnering with national and international agencies. In fact, for international agencies, we have partnered with GIZ, KFW, for soil restoration and climate resilient agriculture needs. We have the GIZ's Pro Soil program and KFW's soil program, where large tracts of degraded lands have been rehabilitated. In fact, the majority of Indian soils are rain-fed. So their conservation of water is very much important. And in that context, we have also enlisted support of women, because rural women are at the receiving end of water stress. You have seen endless journeys of rural women to collect water, potable water, and such other things. So this will help women ease their livelihood and also give them an occasion to engage in economic activities. And we have actually formed self-help groups across these initiatives. And recently we have come out with the Jiva initiative, which is nothing but nurturing the soil, bringing it back to health. In that, many tribal areas have been benefited, In fact, in Odisha, one of the transformational initiative which we had, barren land has been now transformed into thriving agroecological landscape, and farmers are now growing, as I said, polycrops, usually orchards, fruit-bearing plants, and locally available plants. These are the things which we are focusing on. We are not actually injecting anything from outside. We are actually looking at the available natural resources over here and how we can nourish that. And we are working with tribal communities similarly for for giving them livelihood at their place of livelihood. In soil health program, we have initiated another program. And the last 1.5 years, we were working with the Government of India, Department of Agriculture, where one of our subsidiaries, NAP Foundation, is working with schools, the Kendriya Vidyalayas. 1,000 Kendriya Vidyalayas are given soil testing equipments to make aware the people, the students over there, to make them aware about the need for soil testing, so that they will go back to their houses, tell their farmer, their father, the neighbors, the importance of soil testing. And we have actually invested close to around 12 crores on that. 1,000 schools across the country. 1 or 2 schools will be there in Uttarakhand as well. So here we are trying to integrate soil education into the curriculum and enabling students. They themselves will collect samples, conduct tests. I think in that context, we will be happy to associate with the new initiative of Dhartika Doctor. So we'll look at how we can integrate the ongoing program of schools soil health with Dhartika Doctor, along with the cooperatives for which Acharya has already mentioned. So we want the students, because students nowadays we say that the newer generation, the youngsters are the teachers to their previous generation. They are teachers to their parents. So when the students tell their family members about the need for that, I think that will be heard. So now, we are now shifting from having acquired the food security. We are now shifting from production to sustainability. The clear policy shift is visible, and we are the production centricity. We are now shifting to sustainability centric planning. In that, I think soil health is no longer a technical issue. It's an integral part of this sustainability centric planning. We have to remember that every handful of healthy soil is a reservoir of life, a storehouse of nutrients, and a guardian against drought and flood, because it inhibits the resilient characteristics, and which is very much essential in a rain-fed country like ours. So we need to now produce scalable models. The Swasthadhara's deliberations, the 2 days which we will have, I hope it will play a pivotal role in shaping national and institutional strategies for soil health. We have to connect soil science with the policy, because soil science at the frontiers of the science, but the policy makers also should be made aware that soil science itself can make big difference in whatever sustainable practices which they are trying to bring in. And inclusion of botanical and medicinal plants adds an important dimension here, linking soil rejuvenation with expanding herbal and pharmaceutical economy. And NABARD will be happy to support this. Whatever landscape-based and regenerative-based approaches which we have, we can integrate the findings of this conference as well. We will scale community-owned natural farming models that recycle farm bioresources and rebuild soil life. In that context, we will be seeking partnerships, and I think the Baroda Life Sciences and also the Patanjali University will be good partners for us. In fact, this is an eye-opening thing for me also, that so much of activities have gone in, which at the policy level within NABARD also, I think we need to integrate whatever actions which have been already initiated, how we can scale it up faster, because NABARD is now trying to start from the beginning, but already a lot of beginnings are there here, how we can work on this and scale it up faster. And that is what Government of India also wanting, and we need to scale faster, because we have no time to lose. We need to scale up very fast. I see a lot of sessions are lined up in this. There are sessions which explore latest in the rapid soil testing, including the development of Dhartika Doctor. I understand that it is a rapid soil testing machine because nowadays it's it's a era of instant results. I think the Datiga doctor is itself an example for that rapid soil testing machine. And then he was Acharya ji was telling about the accuracy, that is very important, and that also is tested, and the real-time data and actionable insights are also produced as a part of their reports, which is a very good thing. There are sessions where experts will discuss how machine learning and digital tools are revolutionizing soil mapping and management and making precision agriculture accessible to all. Precision agriculture is very much important to conserve resources and produce maximum per unit of resources. I think the session on machine learning and digital tools will help this. And then poster presentation and oral sessions will provide a platform to the young students over here, the researchers also, the practitioners, to share their work, fostering a culture of inquiry and continuous improvement. The distinguished speakers over here, I can see most of them I used to meet in various occasions. That itself reflects the depth and diversity of expertise gathered here. And I urge all the participants, especially the students, to actually gain from those experiences, be actively involved. Even if you are not able to understand everything, but then your involvement is very much important, so that you can also move faster in your academic life and also in your professional life, because these experiences of these people over here are invaluable. And the 2 days will be equivalent to almost, say, 50 to 60 years of experience. Whatever they say, you need to understand that in the right earnest, and the proceedings of the conference also should be followed up very, very closely. I will not speak much because I also I have other programs to attend. There are a lot of programs lined up for me as well. But then work, which is, the work of this conference is very much important. And the healthy soils are very central to climate resilience, nutrition security, and credibility of our botanical and herbal sectors. And restoring soil health is essential to national progress, which the Union government also recognizes that. As we pursue the vision of Vikasit Bharat 2047, the health of our soils must remain central to our economic and environmental priorities. And we have to envision an India where every farmer is a steward of land, every child understands the value of soil, and every community thrives in the harmony with nature. These are very important for sustainability. And while concluding, I'll congratulate the organizers, especially Acharya Balakrishna ji, who invited me personally over here to be with you and also to understand the work of this university. And I thank every speaker, researcher, farmer, and participants for lending your time and energy to the cause. May the 2 days yield ideas that are rooted in science, tested in the field, and financeable in practice, and adapted by farmers on scale. Let's pledge together to restore the living soil for our well-being, not only of the crops of our society, the dignity of the farmers, because the sustainability is one thing which will improve the dignity of our farmers, and of course the future of our nation. I am honored to inaugurate this conference on soil health testing and management for sustainable cultivation of quality botanicals. Thank you for your patient hearing. Best wishes for a fruitful conference. Jai Hind.